Larry Don Patterson was arrested today in Oakhurst at approximately 10:45. He was arrested on failure to register as a sex offender and also warrants that stemmed out of Yuba County, California for suspect in a double homicide of 1973. He is being questioned and will be transported back to Yuba County in the next few days. We have questions.
Are you going to investigate him possibly connected to any local crimes? Are you concerned about that?
Well, he definitely committed a crime by not registering as a sex offender in the state of Oklahoma, so we will be conducting an investigation on that and submitting that to the U.S. Attorney's Office. This has been an ongoing investigation in Yuba County for several years. DNA evidence finally was able to be linked to Mr. Patterson, it appears, and we in Oklahoma started working this approximately 4 weeks ago, and it took that long collaborative effort between our task force, Yuba County, and several of the local agencies to actually locate, watch, and apprehend Mr. Patterson.
Do you have any idea if he committed any other crimes? Like, I think not just not registering. Obviously,
at this point, we do not know that he committed any other crimes in Oklahoma.
Talk about the compound you guys found him on. I mean, I've seen a picture. It's very secluded.
It's very remote, and that was one of the biggest issues over the last week to 2 weeks, just trying to find logistically the safest way to get into the compound, because, of course, officer safety is a priority. We wanted to go about it as methodically as possible without, any inherent risk that we already were facing.
Can you give us details of the compound? I mean, what did it look like? Where was it?
It was very secluded. It was kind of west of Oakhurst. Very brushy. Lots of structures that were way back in the woods, and there was no good way to monitor and to set up on the property. So we had to use other methods.
How long have you been in Oklahoma?
We believe since 2015.
Do we know where he's been before this?
He was registered in the state of Texas, and we believe he got here around April of 2015, what we've been able to find.
Was there anyone living with him at that home?
He did have some family members in the compound area. We could not determine that anyone was actually living in the home with him.
Can you give us any details on what's going on back in California? I mean, this is a 43-year-old case.
It is a very cold case. They started getting breaks a few years ago, and I really don't want to speak for California. I would encourage you to contact Yuba County, and they can fill you in with more of the details of their aspect of the case.
Do you think they're relieved to tell the families that there's some sort of break?
I believe they probably are. I mean, the fact that this is a 43-year-old case, and and from what we've been told, there was even a chance and believe that this is a possible Bundy case, all the way back to Ted Bundy Zodiac Killer days. So, I'm sure the family will be very happy that there's some closure and, that they have suspects now that they've never really suspected before.
This is what you guys do. I mean, it's U.S. Marshals. You guys hunt fugitives.
Yes.
To talk about how big. I know this is a big arrest, even for you guys.
This has been one of the bigger ones that we've had in a while, just because of the complexity of the case, the nature of the cases. I mean, he also, besides the two victims in '73, he also raped two females in 1976, and that's what he actually went to prison on. That led to his, having to register as a sex offender. So it is on the scale of cases one. It's a sizable case.
Did he know he was being arrested for this case today?
He did not initially. He was under the impression that we were arresting him on the sex offender warrant. Of which part?
Well, that you got him.
Yeah, I think he was surprised that we found him, and he was, he knew he had to register, and so I think he was surprised that we were there, but he also knew that he would be eventually caught and apprehended for failure to register. That good?
Well, just one more question. Was it surprising to you guys that this case came all the way from California and not only just led you to Tulsa, but Oakhurst?
It really was. I mean, because it's a very cold case all the way in the Eastern District of California to make it all the way here. I mean, it is, a strange coincidence.
And how do you guys feel about the arrest? Of course.
Oh, we're happy with it. We have the task force has put thousands of hours in this, and California has, like I said, been working this for several years, so they have really donned the hours.
Thank you for your time. Thanks. Oh,
Bet.
we need your title, first and last name.
Oh, yeah.
Dustin Ramsey, Senior Inspector.
Okay.
Spell it for us.
I'll give you cards.